Hi, how are you? I hope everyone is doing well today, and here I'm back with another video and today we are going to speak about the GMAT. I've spoken on other videos like the IELTS, PTA and TOEFL, and today I'll be talking about the GMAT. Let's talk about scoring around 700 plus in your GMAT. The first thing is we need to know is to start early. What do we mean by starting early? Naturally, when we are planning to start the GMAT, we invest an amount of time. But how much time do we really need to invest is one thing which we must know. So statistics is there that it has to be at least 121 hours. So most of the students, they give around 75 hours to prepare themselves for the GMAT, but the recommended one is at least it has to be for 121 hours, and if you divide into day wise, it should be at least 2 to 3 hours per day, 6 days a week, or at least 5 days a week. Now we're talking about the second part is download the GMAT handbook. That is the reason why most of the time students, when they come to us, they do not exactly know what the GMAT is about. What exactly is demanded from the GMAT? What are the strategies that you're supposed to apply? Now in the GMAT handbook, besides your mentor and your trainer, you need to download this book. In this book, all the do's and don'ts are given about the GMAT, and which is a very helpful one, so that while you're practicing, you also get to know the other details which sometimes you may miss out in the classes. Number 3, study smart. Study smart is because like sometimes we just keep on doing modules after modules, and day in and day in we start practicing, but we really don't know what exactly to do or where we stand. So the most important thing is know your weaknesses. Again, like I speak in all the other videos also about all the various tests. Here also in the GMAT, you need to know your weaknesses. For example, we know that there are two main parts, that is the verbal and the quants. Now many students are very good in quants, sometimes they're not very good in the verbal part. And in the verbal part also there are various sections. Now we need to know exactly where we lag behind. And in that way you need to take test after test after test. That is the only way you come to know about your weaknesses, and once you know your weaknesses, you plan out extra time for those weaknesses, and that's how you level up for both parts of the GMAT. The fourth part is pace yourself, time management, very important in GMAT. For example, if you do not finish your test on time, it's a very negative marking. So pacing yourself and especially managing the time is very important, not only on the question types but also on the module types and the entire test also, which is very important. If you're doing the quants, for how much time do you get? Do you complete in that amount of time? The verbal, how much time it is? Do you complete in that amount of time? If you do not, then you need to pace up. So that is the reason which is very important for you, pacing yourself, that is managing your time. Number 5, sweat the details. Now for example, we all know that what is there in the quants, we're studying, we come to classes every day, we study, we go home, do certain things, we do certain exercise, we do the quants, we do the verbal, but we don't exactly know what are the details. The details here are the strategies. So we need to sit down with a tutor, we need to sit down with our trainers and find out for each and every question type. Now these are the important things which you need to know for the GMAT, especially when you are trying to score above 700. Number 6, the last part, rest. Yes, it's very important because most of the students say that it's okay, I also have a life, I've got college to go, I've got school to do, I've got work to do. So most important thing is you need to know that when you are taking out time for the GMAT, you need to, especially for maybe an amount of 2 months or maybe 6 weeks, is required to rest, eat, and also what to eat, when to eat is very important, because the GMAT needs a lot of concentration. Without concentration, you are not able to score 700 above. Yes, for some students it may be quite easy, but sometimes when it comes to the exams of sitting the entire amount of 4 hours, it's very difficult for them to maintain that consistency. So therefore, it also depends on what you eat and how you eat. So once again, I am just concluding. These are the 6 points that are necessary to score 700 in GMAT. I will discussing about the quants and the verbal and the essay part in details in other videos, but that's it for now. Thank you for being with me today.